No, I don't. There she go. What's up, Coach? Look what I brought to the table today. I'm hoping that I bought enough because this is not my pen room. So I'm gonna have y'all to pick. Like I bought different color purples and golds, so y'all can pick your pen, and I'm gonna actually make it live. I'm gonna make it live. Okay, YouTube just said that I'm live. Okay, excellent. Facebook is saying that I'm live. Okay, LinkedIn is saying that I'm live. Awesome. Okay, y'all, it's going down today. I'm so glad that I decided to get on. Okay, I'm gonna turn the music down. I'm gonna turn it down now. Hey y'all, happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday and happy third day of the positive mindset challenge. Like I feel so much better now, but I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna start off with this story about my life today. Okay. Those of you who are tuning in, and if you never met me before, I'm Master Coach Lakendra. I'm the founder and CEO of the Global Life Coach Training and Entrepreneur Institute. Hey, about time. Look, you see what I'm saying? Y'all, nobody over here said that. Like nobody, because we're so authentic. We just allow people to do themselves. But over here, they're jumping in talking about time. You see what I'm saying? But they don't know that I've already been on for what 15 minutes over here. So whatever. Hey, you over here. So anyway, I'm the founder and the CEO of the Global Life Coach Training and Entrepreneur Institute, where I help leaders lead with love by learning coaching principles, taking them through our certification, teaching them coaching principles to help them to do a deep dive in their own personal life. So what? So they can expand and grow better into better leaders and really take ownership of their platforms so they can massively lead and never stop doing it. Like and never stop doing it. And I learned how to show up no matter what in coaching. You look so pretty. Thank you. Thank you. What's my name? It's not you over here. See, these people over here is they are something else on this side of the world. That's why I'm so happy that I have y'all. I'm so happy that I have y'all over here. So listen, hey, you know I don't have names over here, but I know that this is my husband over here because he's the only person that talk. He's the only person that would dare to talk to me this way. He's the only person. I know that's him over here. But everybody else, just tell me your name over here on this side so I can give you a shout out. Everybody, I can see you over here. Okay, so listen. Hey, Coach Celia, good to see you. Good to see you. So I'm gonna tell y'all this personal story before we dive into today. Like really something that happened to me on a day. So I probably only been asleep for 2 hours. So Coach Celia is tuning in from Manila, Philippines. Hey, everybody, tell me where you're tuning in from while I'm telling this story. So I probably have only slept about two hours. I know not even three. So I'm not gonna even fudge it. I probably have only been asleep about 2 hours, but it's kind of normal, right? Because it's a part of my chemical imbalance and a part of my attention deficit disorder that I've been living with all my life. And sometimes I can get into my mind, people who have the hyperactivity of ADHD, our mind goes 1,000 miles per hour. But sometimes we can just zone in on one thing. Like this is the caveat to ADHD that a lot of people don't talk about. Like, oh, people with ADHD, they're all over the place. They can never concentrate. They can never think. Well, it's a lie, right? We can literally just zone in on one thing and become so obsessive with it. So in the last couple of days, I've been ultrally obsessive with TikTok, right? So I've been ultrally obsessive with it because I set a goal for myself to reach a certain following number, right? So I've been like, I'm going to get this goal no matter what. And it's going to tie into what we're going to be talking about today in the 3-day challenge, no matter what, right? So I sacrifice sleep because I'm like, I'm going to make this goal. And then I told y'all I'm crafting now. Like I'm making these really, really beautiful pens now, right? And I just can't stop shopping. Like, I just can't stop shopping for the stuff, for these pens. So the people that I shop with, just like people that I do business with, they operate on a 7, 8, 12 hour difference in time zone. So I'm staying awake just because I want to shop with these, specific people. So I've been awake. I've spent a lot of money. And then today I had to will myself back in, right? So you have to learn you have to be consciously aware of what's happening to you, y'all. You have to be consciously aware. And I had to will myself back in. So I spent half of my day literally intentionally willing myself back in, like being kind to myself, not beating myself up about how much money I've spent on buying beads and pins and all the things, right? And then without not sleeping. So my gift for myself today is when I get off of here, I told one of the influencers that's on TikTok, she was like, "Hey, LaKendra, I'm gonna see you in my live at 8." And I was like, "Yeah," because I go live from 7 to 8:30. I mean at 9. I said, "Yeah," because I go live from 7 to 8:30, and then I'll just take a break and then get on your live at 9. But I'm not gonna do that. So I have to put a boundary up. So when I get off of here, when we're done spending time with each other, I'm gonna go to bed. Like I'm gonna go and relax my mind. I'm gonna go to bed and I'm gonna get some good rest because I have to have a different day on tomorrow. Okay. So if you can relate, like being thrown off of your game for whatever reason, it could be like we're thrown off our games when small events happen. It could be we had an argument that morning before we left for work, before we left for school or whatever. And we could have had an argument and that argument just threw us off our game. Or maybe, you kind of woke up in a worry, like a sense of worry or a sense of sadness. Maybe you woke up missing someone, or it could just be anything. Maybe you were worried about, there's a project that you have to get done. There's this thing that has to get done at work and you're behind, or maybe there's a bill coming up, and you don't have all the money for the bill. It's almost the first of the month. Like, do y'all have your rent money? Do you have your mortgage money? Like all of these things, I don't care if you're diagnosed with something or not, it majorly impacts us. What's up, Memphis, Tennessee? What's up, South Carolina? It majorly can just impact our whole entire day and throw us off our A game. And the first thing my mind, this is the reason why we're dealing with mindset. The first thing my mind said was, LaKendra, you don't even have to listen, you make enough money, you're successful. You don't got to go on there. You don't got to go talk to them people today. Just go chill out. Like that's the first thing. This is why I told you that our minds are so manipulative and we cannot depend on it. It has to be congruent. It has to work parallel with the heart, right? So at first I was going to take up the offer. Like, okay, well, yeah, you're right. I could just go do like a little video and put it out. But you know what? Then I thought about Stephanie and I thought about Nappy Coach. And, I thought about like all these people who's here and we're showing up for each other, and we said that we was going to show up for each other, like Takesha, like Coach Celia, like everybody who's been with me since last week's challenge to this week's challenge. And this is something that I need y'all to really pay attention to, because when you start integrating yourself into community, it no longer becomes about you. Y'all know that? It no longer becomes about you. It becomes about you and the community and the part that you said that you were going to play. So I had to get my little old self together and said, I'm going to go play my part. And after I play my part, I'm going to kindly bow myself out and I'm going to take care of my well-being. I'm going to take care of myself. And so sometimes we allow the mindset to truly dictate what we really should be doing versus what we choose to do. And what I really should be doing is being right here, being present with you. And I had to get myself together to come be present for 90 minutes. That's all. That's all it's going to cost me is 90 minutes. Some of us will forfeit 30 minutes. Some of us will forfeit an hour. Some of us will forfeit a whole day and literally leave people hanging. And then we wonder while we reciprocate that energy, right? While the rest of the week was just cloudy and foggy and didn't feel successful. It didn't feel eventful because we reap that. You know what I'm saying? Like we reap the commitment. Remember, how many times did I tell y'all to say commitment yesterday? Literally, how many times? I kept saying commitment, commitment, commitment. I drilled it in your mind because it's so important to have a positive mindset challenge, to have this positive mindset, to go through this challenge. Commitment is the key. You have to commit to what you say that you're going to do. Takesha said a lot. You see, she said you made us said a lot. You got to commit to it. The reason why I feel in my spirit that I'm so successful is because I don't ever let anybody down. And that could also be a crutch too, but not when you are practicing constantly growing and your boundaries, right? I have those things. I told y'all, I'm gonna give you 90 minutes and I'm gonna douche you out. I'm not gonna go to the next live. I'm not gonna stay on social media. I'm gonna just shut everything down and I'm gonna go attend to my well-being. So a lot of us catching up, Master Coach. Hey, who is that? Hey, Heidi, how are you? I love that y'all are over here. I think y'all like me better later over on these other platforms, but these people over here, they just be showing. I could be on at 10 o'clock in the morning. They gonna show up. I'm gonna need for y'all. Can we get on one accord? Can I just run these platforms together and we just get on one accord? Okay. So anyway, so today we're going to be talking about, we're going to be diving into kind of like what I summarized today about my life. And this is real, right? This is real life. So we're going to talk about the innovative strategies, right? We're going to talk about innovation of emotional resiliency and self-love. Having that emotional resiliency when all hell breaks loose in our life. And we not only do we want to give up on ourselves, we want to give up on the responsibilities. We want to give up on the goals. And I'm trying to tell you, if you can push past doing that, if you're a person that just let people down, like, you told your homegirl, yeah, hey, we're going to meet up this weekend. Let's go have some coffee or whatever. And then you had like this piss poor week all week. And then she's all excited. Your girlfriend is so excited. Oh, I can't wait to see LaKendra, because this is how my friends be, especially when I tell them, hey, we're going to hang out. Oh, I can't wait to see her because we ain't seen each other in a long time anyway. And then I get the Friday knowing I ain't going nowhere. I'm not meeting her in the morning. And then the disappointment happened. I call her Saturday morning and say, hey, girl, something came up and I can't show up. Do you know what that does to a person? You set a goal. That was a goal, whether you said it was a goal or not. Your goal was on Saturday, when I do finish this week, I'm going to meet my girlfriend. We're going to go have coffee. We're going to get caught up. And then you disappoint. You break the barrier of your responsibility. Remember, I told you everything you speak out loud plants into your mind. Your mind is a garden, and it takes good soil and it takes bad soil. So when you do that to your brain, then your brain says, oh, it's okay. It's okay for us to be flaky. Flaky. Why are we so flaky, y'all? The brain will say that. And then it will start to connect you to flaky paths, right? Or lying. Maybe we can just call it just being a liar, being inauthentic. Then you're rooted. That's a new root that branched off from that flower, and it grounded itself into your brain. And that's just what it is. So I talk about real stuff, y'all. It is not healthy to disappoint people. It ain't healthy. It's not good for leadership. and it's not good for you. Because you know why? Because that's the reason why people constantly disappoint you. And that's where you get it from. You've taken in that it's okay. People do it to me all the time. How bad could it be? Because now the friend who was waiting on for us to go have coffee on Saturday morning, who probably had something, I don't know, maybe she had something to talk to me about. Hey, coach. Hey, Shadika. Maybe she had something to talk to me about. I don't know, but I created the goal. I said, this is what we're going to do. So we're going to talk about strategies to push past those emotional blockers that paralyzes us and keeps us from being responsible. Y'all say it. Tap it in the chat. I'm gonna do it to y'all today. Type it in the chat. Responsible. Type it a couple of times. Just put responsible, enter, and say it out loud while you're typing it. Responsible, enter. Because I gotta infect your mind. I need to infect y'all's mind. Responsible, enter. Type it. Let me type it. Let me type it over here too, because y'all be tripping over here anyway. These my high class, high functional people on this side. Responsible, enter. Responsible. I love it. Y'all just type it. Hey, thanks, Jen. Just type it. Because we got to learn how to be massively responsible. Who teaches us that? Who teaches us that we have to have resiliency even when we don't want to show up for our own self? So we're going to take a deep dive, right? We're going to take a deep dive into this stuff. And I want to look at some things. I want to look at what does it feel like to show up vulnerable and to change vulnerability into a strength. Because I was so vulnerable when I showed up today. Like, I'm tired. Like, I'm so tired, y'all. 2 hours? I don't even know if it's 2 hours. I don't even know. I haven't even, like, when my ADHD, like when the thing, right? Anybody who has ADHD, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When that thing happens inside of our body that shakes up all of the chemical responses in our body, it affects our digestive system in two ways. We're either extremely hungry, where we're just going to snack, or there's no appetite, right? So I've been in no appetite, like for 3 days. I've been in like just no appetite. I haven't wanted to eat anything. And if I try to make myself eat anything, especially something heavy, it doesn't stay down. It just won't stay down. It's just a part of my response system. It's just a part of my body. So even in all of that, so when I tell you that I'm hella vulnerable, like I'm hella vulnerable, but I'm still here. I'm still here because I am even in the highest state of emotional intelligence that I do have. I'm still navigating through my own emotional complexities in pursuit of positivity. Like every day, I am still navigating through my own emotional complexities, because I told you, even scientists, they can't figure the brain out. They have some things, but they don't have all of the things. Because for some reason, God protected those things, that heart and the mind, because just think if we really understood the heart and the mind, then we wouldn't have any control. Oh, we wouldn't have any control in this world. Like they would totally, the higher beings who think that they got it right and manipulating and propagating and all the things and programming us, we would not have any say so in this life. So I'm glad that it's complex. I'm glad that I am a complex being, right? Food is comfort for me. Yeah, it's comfort for me sometimes, but this week. Sometimes it is, and sometimes I just have a love hate. I have a love hate relationship with food. So we're going to get into, remember, 90 minutes, y'all. We get ready to dive in. Y'all know that to come with what? Your pen, and come with what? Your notebook, your paper, because this stuff is going to help you, because it's real life stuff. This is like real personal development that didn't cost you a dime. All you have to do is just be here. And the cost that I'm going to charge you is to just pay it forward. That's all I need for you to do. I need for you to apply, search your gaps, because you got them. Search your gaps. Maybe you're the person that don't like to show up vulnerable because it makes you look weak, right? You maybe you feel like if I'm vulnerable, then people can take advantage of me. Yeah. Hey, Addie. So we're going to talk about just embracing. This is the first thing that we're going to talk about. Remember, I always have numbers. So if y'all taking those, y'all know what that means. The first thing we're going to talk about is just embracing the vulnerability as a strength, and not to mistake it, your vulnerability, as a weakness, but really look at it like a genuine connection of self-acceptance, regardless of what you're going through. Like I said, I'm working off for 2 hours, even if that, I don't know. I don't know if I was even asleep for 2 hours. 2 hours, ain't really had no food. I literally just been drinking ashwagandha and ginger and turmeric tea all day, because that's kind of like enough for me. And then my feel good drink, right? I've been sipping on my feel good drink. This probably why I'm here. Cause Lord, it is a lifesaver. I'm gonna start talking about this after 30 days. But anyway, because it really, really helps with people and kids. It really helps people and kids who have ADD, ADHD, anxiety, all the things. It's an amazing, amazing scientific drink. I don't know. I got to meet these people in person because it works, right? So this is just kind of like what I'm operating off of, and I feel good. How was your day? How was your day at work? It was excellent. So those of you who don't know, I always tell y'all about Addie, who pops up. She's my 10-year-old BFF. Like, I have friends from 10 to 87. Like, this is how you know you're a good person, when you can just do life with all ages. So I gotta watch my mouth a little bit because she's on here, but don't go following her and all this stuff, because her account is heavily monitored by her parents. Okay. So anyway, 1 hour and 38 minutes. It's probably is that, are you saying 1 hour 38 minutes is how long you slept? Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's dive into this. Let's talk about vulnerability. Put in the chat, what do you feel about showing up vulnerable? How do you feel? Like, if you were vulnerable, where, I don't know, you were just so emotional, you was experiencing sadness, you were agitated, you were aloof, like all the things, would you still show up? Just put it in the chat. Just kind of type. Yeah, you can say yes or no as like a closed-ended question, or you can take it as an open-ended question, and just talk about, what does it look like for you to show up vulnerable, right? And so the strategy that I put in place with that, because I run a 7-figure business. Okay. I am the boss. All right. And I have an open door policy that doesn't have hierarchism. Is that the word? Hierarchism. It is very open and transparent. And you can be authentically yourself, and you're able to be vulnerable. Even me as a leader, I allow this. Okay, so people who work for me, they know, they're here. Of the rest you had, right? They know, so they can chime in and be like, yeah. And when I first started like this business, it was just so weird, because I would hear the side chatter, right? Because I hear everything. Spirit is always with me. And I would hear the side chatter of, she just needs to toughen up, right? Because people will be effing up. And I would redirect them, but there wouldn't be any major consequences. I display my vulnerability, and depending on who is used against me, but not all. I display my vulnerability and depending on who it's used against me, but not all. That's good. Okay. Okay, that's good. Are y'all typing? So anyway, I would hear the side chatter, you know, because they think that somebody is effing up and they should be fired. She should just fire them. What is she doing? She need to toughen up. Right? And you know that's already like, I'm a woman. I'm a woman that runs a successful business. And then I have this open emotional, you know, platform where you can just come and be authentically yourself so you can grow and expand, because this is the type of business I run. So why wouldn't I want the people who work for me to also have that gift? I give this gift and we give this gift in the helping profession to everybody. But in most businesses, you're not allowed to be looked at as weak. Y'all are feeling me? We're not allowed to be looked at as weak. So I have my company meetings on the first Monday of every month, and I'll never forget, I addressed it. And this is what I said. we're always so conditioned to punishment. We're conditioned to punishment. We're so conditioned to having a reaction to a behavior to the point that it takes away us showing up authentically ourselves. So you never know who a person is because they are afraid. They're afraid to show up in vulnerability because they got to wear these masks. So the people who you work with at work ain't really the people, they're really not who you think that they are. And you finally get to know them when you what? Go out on have happy hour with them the first time, right? And you be like, they buck wild, they uncut loose, grown folks, and you be like, oh my gosh. Or you go to the first, company party, the Christmas party, the holiday party, and you get to see people in their rarest, in their raw truth. You feel me? Okay, well, I get to see the ish because Addie's on here. I get to see the ish all the time. I see my people in rare form all of the time. And it's because I am the reflection. They get to see me. They get to see me in my vulnerability, but they also get to see me in my resiliency because there's a difference. There's a difference. You can be vulnerable and still be firm and still have power and still have your ish together and not feel like everything you do has to be a punishment. Every mistake that you make has to be a consequence. So I'm in the company meeting and I said, "Hey, I hear all the chatter. So let me just help everybody out. If I had to consequence everybody, I wouldn't have a company. I would have to fire everybody. Why do we feel that we have to always create some type of suffering in order to have success? It is not true. That is not normal. We do not have to go through hell and hot water to rise. We don't. And so I'm teaching, I have a whole different type of ecosystem on this side of the world. I'm teaching that you can truly live and embrace your vulnerability as a strength. Because what I've helped my coaches to do is when you effing up, I need for you to reflect and create and correct the behavior. Responsibility. Remember, somebody just type it for me. Responsibility. I need for you to learn how to self-reflect, accept what's happening, redirect your thoughts, and get back to business. and just get back to business. But who is giving us the space to do that? Most of us not even given the space to do that in our own homes. When we were growing up, you sneeze wrong, and your parents backslap you. You couldn't ask questions. How many of you, like, could you ask your mom or whoever who raised you why? Could you ask why in your household? See, I could ask why. I could defend my case. Like, if my mom or my grandmother, because I was raised by my mother and my grandmother, if I was getting, redirected for something that they think I did, if I feel like I didn't do it, I could redirect. And have a conversation with them. But Takesha said, no, ma'am. So this is where it comes from. This is where the behavior, even in our adult lives, come from, that tells us that we cannot be vulnerable because it's weak. Because I said so. See, Jen said it because I said so. Well, see, I didn't grow up in a household like that. I could have conversations. And so if y'all are looking at me right, I'm a Black woman. That ain't normal in a Black family. So I'm different to everybody. Like, even the first group of people, my first group of people who worked for me, they just thought it was so not normal. Because they were waiting for what? They were waiting on the punishment, because we feel that we gotta be like beaten down to the lowest common denominator. But if I beat you down, how am I ever going to get the best out of you? How are you ever going to get the best out of anybody if you got to beat them down first, right? You shouldn't even be ashamed of yourself. You should love yourself no matter what. Y'all, this is a 10-year-old. She's like, y'all see me? She's so intelligent. That's why she's my BFF. So sure, you can ask why, but then you find out why not to ask, period. So who changes the system? Who's going to change your mindset? Even in your household, those of you who are raising children right now, remember how it was when we was growing up. We didn't like it. We didn't like the feeling of that. We didn't like the feeling that we didn't have a voice or a say-so because we were kids. We didn't like it. So why do we carry the behavior on? Right? Because the mindset is trickery. You see what I'm saying? Which puts a strain on our relationships because my daughter didn't feel comfortable talking to me. You see? And then you wonder why your kids seek other adults and other methods to talk to other than you. Some of you don't even have good relationships with your kids. Some of you don't even have good relationships, period, in your household. Some of you don't even know how to talk. You don't even know how to emotionally express yourself because you have not been given the independence of being vulnerable and looking at it as a strength. It's a cycle. Yes, Stephanie, it's a cycle. But I'm telling you, it's a strength. It's a strength when you can feel yourself not feeling good. By like today, I was feeling myself about, oh my gosh, Lakendra, you haven't slept, you haven't eaten a good meal because you can't keep nothing down. You got to take control of this. And I'm feeling it. And I'm not punishing myself, because we'll punish ourselves. Well, I'm not going to go out. Like, I'm going to cancel all my plans. I'm not going to go out. No, because responsibility is at the top part. It's at the frontal part of my brain. So even though I'm so vulnerable right now, I'm strong. I'm strong because at the end of the day, I've accepted what's happening to me. It's genuinely happening to me. I'm not going to say that it's not happening to me. I'm sharing it with you, and I'm not weak for sharing it with you because I have what? A plan. I have a plan for this. I have a strategy. That's the difference. So you got to foster a habit of what? Self-reflecting so you can understand exactly what is happening to you, and put a plan in place where you maintain your power. Jen said this is good. Thank you, Jen. The outlet, the cycle. You got to maintain your power. So the first strategy for today's talk, 90 minutes, y'all, write it down. The first strategy is we have to embrace vulnerability as a strength. Write it down. We have to embrace vulnerability as a strength. Over here, to my people, over here. Over here, we have to embrace vulnerability as a strength. Why? Because vulnerability is the genuine connection to what is truly happening to you. So you can what? Close the gap. We don't got to live with these gaps, because when we live with these gaps, then all things are happening to us. All these bad things. We got to keep these gaps closed, right? You shouldn't have to be trying to jump from here to here. It should just be a smooth walk across the bridge. Just walk across the bridge. Y'all feel me? Embrace vulnerability as a strength. See, Jen, it got it. Do y'all got it over here? These are my high functioning folks over here. How many of y'all to get into it? You got to embrace it. So that's the first thing. Got it. Okay, great. Got it. Is that going to be hard for you to do? Just be authentically, brutally honest. Is having resiliency hard for you? Put a 1 for yes, put a 2 for no, put a 3 for I don't know. I don't know. A 1 for yes, a 2 for no, a 3 for I don't know. Yeah. A lot of ones. It's okay. We got to start somewhere. Y'all, when people ask me, LaKendra, how did you get this way? Well, it started back in my upbringing. A lot of this stuff starts back in our upbringing. I asked y'all, could you do these things in your home? And y'all said no. Well, I could. So it helped me to always be in self-reflection. I was always in self-acceptance and self-expression. And so that's where it begins. So I just got a head up on y'all just a little bit. But when we connect to each other, when we connect to one another, this is, we'll find out, right? We'll find out. This is the reason why I love social media, because we can literally, those of you who have such a beautiful mindset, you have such a beautiful heart, you have such a beautiful story. And remember, yesterday I said, I need for everybody who attend my lives to create a challenge. Boom, there you go, to about my 30-something people that are tuning in from different places. I need for you to create a challenge, and I need for you to do this for other people. We need to be a community of massive positivity, and create a challenge. It could be a 1-day challenge. It could be a 2-day challenge, a 3, a 4, a 5, or a 7. It doesn't matter, but you can create something. You can do exactly what it is that I'm doing, and you can show up as just who you are and be embraced and work on embracing your vulnerability as a strength, right? Because every time you show up, you strengthen yourself. Your posture, everything happens. Your posture straightens up, you know, your creativity. People are like, you can talk for 90 minutes. Shit, I can talk for 5 hours if y'all let me. Because my mind, I constantly feed my mind where I can hold a conversation. I can command a stage. I can do all of the things because I've been nurturing my garden. It's up here. I've been nurturing my garden. Less negativity. When my BFF, my 10-year-old friend, when she sends me stuff, it be nothing but positivity. It be like spiritual stuff. I'm like, who is this kid? She's so wise for her age. So if a 10-year-old can do it, well, I think that an adult can do it too. We can begin and we can end, and we can end and we can begin at any point. Any point you wake up in the morning, hopefully y'all woke up and did your AM. If you attended day 2 yesterday and you woke up and you did your AM routine, put AM in the chat. And if you did not do your AM routine and you did your midday routine, put midday in the chat. AM or midday. If you did both, I love it. It's popping up. AM. That is so awesome. I did it too. That's why I'm here. Because I spoke it out loud. Regardless if I didn't sleep or not, LaKendra's going to have a great day. I did it all. I did it all. Midday. Okay, it's okay. Because remember, we're not looking for perfection. Why am I the only one coming on here? We got to worry about ourselves. Because y'all are here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let's just take care of ourselves. Let's take care of our own garden. Let's take care of our own garden. Okay. It's okay. People are here and are listening and are learning. Some people can't learn and type and do all the things. Some people just gotta be, they're just auditory learners and they just gotta be full in. You are a kinesthetic learner. I already know. So you can move around, touching, sensory, feeling. It helps you to what? Retain the information. Some people, they just can't do it. I haven't even started. I let everything and everyone, it's okay. Just say, last night I did the nighttime. That's right. That's good. It's okay, Takesha. It's all right. You can start again today. Make tonight your ritual, or start over in the morning and just say, I forgive myself. Because you know you need it. Just forgive yourself and keep it moving. I'm just wondering if there's a problem on my end. No, there's some other comments coming in. Other than you. Maybe you can't see them. Maybe, okay, so what's happening, because you're on Facebook, it's on 3 different platforms on Facebook. So maybe you're the only one on the one that you're on, but there's other comments other than yours. Okay, today is my first time visiting you. Hey, Jen. Well, welcome. Welcome to the Heart community. You have landed on the positive side of TikTok, because this is what goes on over here. So what's the first one? Somebody put it in the chat. What is our first strategy that we learned today that's going to help get us more and closer to having a positive mindset? What is it? Embracing vulnerability as a strength. The second one, oh my gosh, the second one, y'all, it's a tug of war. What do we have tug of wars with every day, all day? What do we have tug of wars with every day, all day? Hope and disparity. Hope and despair. All day. We just want to get through the day. We want to get, like today, I just wanted to get through the day. I'm tired. We just want to get through work. We just want to get through when the kids come home and getting them, fed and checking on their homework and getting them to bed. The hope. We just want to get, our spouses. We want to be able to, communicate and engage with them a little bit. We live off of hope and despair all day. It's the internal conflict, right? Between having hopelessness and despair. Because sometimes we don't feel like good parents because all your kids ate with some noodles today, or they ate some cereal today, right? That was just the best you could do. Maybe they just ate a sandwich. Maybe you just ate a sandwich. Maybe you didn't drink enough water today. That's what I mean. Giving you examples, that's what I mean. The disparity, the internal conflicts. Maybe you just didn't feel your best. Your skin wasn't glowing today. Maybe you went out the house today and you forgot to take your shower because you was rushing. So you didn't feel clean. I had them days. Like, I just need to make it until I can get home. Remember, we talk the truth over here. What is your disparity? What's your disparity that you face every day? And what's the hope that you hope for every day? Right? We beat ourselves up. We beat ourselves up because it wasn't perfect enough. I could have done better. I could have cooked my kids a good meal today. I could have cooked a meal where my family could have sat down today. I just didn't create the time. I didn't do that for myself. So we live in this tug of war every day between hope and despair. I'm hoping that I can do it, but the reality is the ish ain't getting done. I could have showed up. I got my 10-year-old. I'm gonna give her an example. I could have been more prepared when I went to class today. I could have read for an additional 15 or 20 minutes instead of wanting to be on my video games or play on my phone. I could have done these things better so I could be more responsible in my day. So I could have lived with more hope and less despair. So what we have to do is we have to acknowledge the internal conflict. Okay, so this is how do we live beyond the tug of war? Y'all ask me that, Master Coach. How do we live beyond the tug of war between hope and disparity? Is because you have to acknowledge your internal conflict. Stop lying to yourself. Embracing vulnerability as a strength. That's amazing. I like to work on that in myself. Awesome. Exactly what I feel today. My kid is very disrespectful and I feel like a failure. Oh my gosh. And I just hold space. Like whoever said that, because it doesn't show me who you are when I'm on StreamYard. I just hold space with you because my background is working with, disruptive, kids who have, high levels of behavior. And I did it for 17 years. So I worked with many, many parents who just felt like they lost handle. They've lost the handle to their kids. And so just give yourself grace. You got to give yourself grace. And you just got to fight. You got to fight for the relationship with your child. You just got to fight for it, And sometimes you got to redirect your belief system about communication, about disciplining, like all of the things. Sometimes you just got to start over because there's no book. No one gives us a book to parenting. Where is the book that a real person wrote and really talked about the real nitty gritty of it, right? Where is that book? It don't exist. So, and the reason that it can't exist is because no one's household is the same. No one's culture in their household is the same. So you got to create new rules, new boundaries, new love. And it's a war. It's a tug of war, despair and hope. And you just got to show up the best parent that you can be. And you can't beat yourself up about it. You can't do it. I'm glad you're here. This has been all day. No desire to do nothing. I'm telling you, it's cheers. We're all together. All of our energy is together. But I am the example for y'all that you can still choose excellence, right? I chose excellence today. You can still choose excellence. I'm not looking for perfection, and neither should you. We were not created that way. No one has it together. I work with some of the highest, when I tell you some of the highest level leaders in the world. That's what I do. And let me tell you, don't nobody have it together. Nobody. I don't care how much money they have. I don't care how much schooling they have. I don't care how intelligent they feel that they are. Baby, we all have this internal conflict between hopelessness and despair, especially when all hell is breaking loose, especially when we're trying to coexist with other people. To top it off, I'm already having to deal with my internal conflict, but now I got to deal with the kids and this boo that I got, and these friends and my manager and my neighbors, everybody. This is the reason why you can't be hard on yourself. We got to stop being hard on ourselves. Y'all feeling me? If you feel me, put a 1 in the chat. We have to stop being hard on ourselves because we are up against a whole freaking army. It's an army. And you are a soldier. You are only a soldier in the army. Can you become a captain or a lieutenant or what is it? What was the Gladiator? What was his position? That's one of my favorite movies. Can you become the Gladiator? Yes, you can. But even the Gladiator died at the end. In all of his intelligence and his mightiness and his ability, his magic ability to bring people together for the greater good and to fight and to win. Even he still died at the end. I mean, unalive. That I gotta work on the words. He still was unalived at the end. Because there's no perfection in the game. Y'all feel me? There's none. There's no perfection in the game. So why am I telling y'all this? Because I need for you to stop being so freaking hard on yourself. You're a perfect parent, even in your imperfections, even in the imperfect, in the most hideous things that you've ever done. That was the level of love that you were on. And you've grown from that now. So you got to learn how to hold space from that parent that you were, and you got to embrace the parent that you are now. Right? Remember, I'm a God girl. In the Bible, they talked about forgiveness. Well, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. I've done some things that I am not proud of, but at the time that I was doing those things, it was just what I knew is how I loved myself, which wasn't so great. And now that I am who I am now, I would never do those things again. Ever, ever. Do you feel me? I'm such a wiser and stronger. And I have I'm rooted in self-love. And some of those things I just look back on and I'm just grateful that I can I can be vulnerable and look at it as a strength now because I'm able to make the changes. And this is the stuff that we got to teach our kids. And this is how we reintegrate our families, right? Because we always hold on to what they once were, who we once were versus who we are now. It's the judgment. Like we hold so much judgment, don't we? Don't we do it? We hold so much judgment. Don't we hold so much judgment? Where is the forgiveness? The reason why you can't forgive is because you don't know how to forgive yourself. You still holding on to all of that, your ratchet self. Baby, don't we all got a ratchet self? I know I do. I be like, oh, thank God. Thank God for love, Lord. That's my problem. Takesha, it ain't a problem. The problem is I need for you to just embrace who you are and look at the gaps and say, okay, Takesha, okay, listen, this is you. This is you, literally. And this space right here is the gap. What is it? Insecurity. What is it? Lack of forgiveness. Who you mad at? My mama, my daddy, myself, my ex-husband, my boo, my old supervisor, the community I was raised in. It's the gap in the middle. You got to be able to define it and look at it. It's the acceptance of it. But remember, we talked about events on yesterday, and I said an event is just one occurrence in life. But we would take that one event and we would make it this. And it's just that one event, which when you learn this in coaching, it's so easy to go back and revisit one event versus several. Just take one event at a time so you can close the gap. Does that make sense? Did I go over y'all head? If I didn't go over your head, put a 1 in the chat. because this stuff can get woo-woo, but it's so simple. I've been through years of therapy and years of coaching to now I'm a master life coach to teach other coaches how to coach and how to get their shit together all in one, right? It's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful life when you can just be massively responsible for yourself. So Takesha, you're going to be just fine. You're going to be fine. Because now I'm teaching you some strategies, real strategies that you can take right now and make effective change in your life. You can be so effective and change, right? So the strategy in the whole tug of war between hope and disparity, the despair is just simple. What is the internal conflict that you're having? Don't nobody know, but you know, but you're hiding it. All you got to do is listen, take something. My cute pens, I'm going to be selling them next month. So stay tuned because I'm going to make one. I'm going to make one because I got 2 to make and I'm going to give another one away today. Listen, take you a pen, get you something to write with. Spend some time with yourself. Why are we frowned up today? And you sit with that thought. And then you write, because self gonna tell you, because it's been waiting. The subconscious mindset want to talk to you. The unconscious mindset want to be unburied, right? There's 3 levels of mindset. Conscious, subconscious, which is where all of our behaviors exist. And then the unconscious, which is that devil that sits on their left shoulder. Because you won't set it free. Why? Because you are afraid to be vulnerable. Because you think it's a weakness. And what will people think? What will people think if I show up as my authentic self? What would they think? So that unconscious mindset is killing us. And all you got to do is write subconscious, unconscious, draw a line and start writing that mess out. That's all you got to do. From the most hideous things that have ever happened to you. Child molestation, abuse, abandonment. You write it down. Get it. You got to get it out your system. The most hideous things. You can no longer be ashamed of who you are in this journey, in this game called life. The more and more you hide it, you are less vulnerable and being responsible for yourself, then life is going to always be a roller coaster ride. And none of us deserve that because we were created by the highest divine of all divines. We were created to win. We were created to be the superheroes of humans that's having this whole spiritual experience. Don't you know that we are the chosen ones? Don't you know the animals wish they could trade lives with us to have this type of authority? Creation. Like everybody who's on here right now, you are the miracle of all. Like I did all of this research about reproduction. I'm so nerdy, y'all. Like y'all have no idea the stuff that be going on in my head. I had dealt with this big traumatic era that happened in the coaching industry, and so many people were left broken. And I had to sit with that because I'm a leader in the coaching industry. And I asked God, what part do you want me to play in this? Whatever part you want me to play, I'm going to show up and I'm going to play my part. So how God be dealing with me, because he know I'm going to do it. He know I don't mind looking a fool. He know, wait a minute, I have it right here. He know, y'all see this? This is what God know about me because I ain't done this work. He know that I have the courage to be disliked. I'm going to make this pen for somebody tonight. I don't know who going to win it, but somebody gonna win it. I'm gonna make this pen for somebody tonight. God know that child right there, she have the courage to be this light. So I think he be giving me the most difficult jobs because he know I'm foolish enough to do it. So anyway, I go down this rabbit hole of studying like the whole reproduction and how how the sperm chooses the egg. How does the sperm know which freaking egg to choose out of the millions of eggs that lies dormant in a woman's uterus? And the eggs that were passed down from generation after generation. Do you know that when I was born, them weren't all of just my eggs. They was part of my mama's eggs and my grandmama's eggs and her grandmama's and great. Baby, it's a lineage of eggs. That's how beautiful the human body is. And them sperms are just as intelligent. While women be saying, "Oh, you just was a sperm." Oh no, he wasn't just a sperm, honey. He was a magician in the process of choosing you. And I don't care how estranged we are from the people who brought us into this world, they helped create miracles. That's why I can never hate my father. I don't even know. I don't even have a relationship with the dude, but I can never hate him. Because whatever he did with don't have nothing to do with me. Because it's because of something in his intelligence, in his DNA, in his spiritual self. It said we gonna choose LaKendra D. Smalley on May 5th. And that is the queen that's going to be born into this earth. It happened to all of us. All of us. We are all the miracle. We are the miracle. All of us. We are all of us. So if that doesn't move you, if that doesn't disrupt depression, if that doesn't disrupt fear and anxiety inside of you, to know that you are a freaking miracle. It was not an accident. I did all this research that you just was not an accident. Your parents were not an accident. No, nobody was an accident. That's the type of power we have. Because don't you know that the spirit knew that we was going to have some crappy ass parents? Don't you know that our communities was going to be as great as they should be? Don't you know the spirit already knew that? But then don't you know the spirit knew that one day we will find our power because we were made in the image of power? So I don't care how broken I may feel on a day like today. I just tapped into my genius self, my magnificent self, my co-creator self. And I showed up. And then I'll go deal with whatever I got to deal with later. And that's the responsibility we have to give to ourselves, because you were the chosen one. I don't care if you want to be here or not. You are here, and you should be making a massive difference in this life that you're living. So that tug of war between hope and despair, all I need for you to do is look within and be honest about what's going on with you. You know what I'm saying? One of mine was I was just afraid of being lonely. I never saw my grandmama with a man. I remember asking my mom if she was a lesbian growing up. Because remember, I could speak freely in my house. I told my mom, I said, "Can I ask you something without you slapping me and breaking all my teeth in my mouth?" And she just laughed. I'll never forget this day. And she never look. I keep her here. May she rest in peace. Like, this is the image of being my mom, and this reminds me of this is the day where she really told me how strong and powerful I was, right? As a little girl. So I always keep this picture. And I never forget, I said, "Are you a lesbian?" She was like, "Why would you ask me that?" And I said, I've just never seen you dating anybody. And she said, "Because I care more about protecting you than being in a relationship. It's not time. It's not time for me to have men around you. It's not." She just gave me this whole story as a child, as this little girl. So we were their everything. My brother and I were their everything. And I just said to myself, I don't ever want to put that pressure. I never want to put that pressure on anybody. So I just refuse. I don't want to be alone. It was always my fear. I want to be just like them because they were fine without them men. But then when I grew up, baby, my mama she was the sneaky one, honey, because she had all the men. We just didn't know. When I got older, yeah, I found out the truth. I started meeting them. I'm like, oh, okay. She ain't no lesbian, honey. My mama is out there, okay? That just tickles me. What is it? What is it, y'all? What is it? Hello, my friend. Hey, Cindy. Hey, great to meet you. What is it, y'all? What's your internal conflict? Stop being at a tug of war. Bring it to the surface. Get your shovel. Get your shovel. just start digging. If you gotta hire a therapist, just hire a therapist, child. But I need for you to dig it up. Just dig it up. That's all you gotta do. Thank you. Oh, thank you for the heart, man. Rooted in love. This is it. This is what we own today. Okay? Rooted in love. Okay. That's number 2. We winding down, y'all. We got 30 more minutes to go. Ain't that beautiful? 90 minutes. 31 minutes to go. So number 3. Number 1 is what? Somebody put it in the chat. Number 1. Somebody put it in the chat. What's our first strategy of having a positive mindset? What is it? Somebody put it in the chat. Who's taking notes? Remember, this is class. This is class. Oh, baby, Takesha's on. Embrace your vulnerability. Very good. What's the second one? We just talked about it. What's number 2? Good. Y'all are on it. You on fire. Are y'all on fire over here? What's going on? What's going on? LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Hope. What's the second one? The tug of war. I want to hear the word tug of war because I want you to know that this is a war. Tug of war between hope and despair. Tug of war between hope and despair. It's a tug of war. I need for you to know what's happening. Okay? I need for you to know. The third one is, y'all ready for it? Y'all ready? Drop me a heart. Drop me a heart if y'all ready for it. Or tap your screen. Tap your screen. We're on 1.6, likes. Tap, tap, tap. Let's get up to like 1,700 likes. Y'all doing it. Boom. 1,700 just like that. That was so super fast. Dang. Okay. We got 1,700. Thank you. Thank you, Cindy. The third one is overcoming the isolation. Overcoming the isolation. You know why? Because most people I attract are introverted. Why are y'all introverted? Why do I attract introverted people? Because by nature, I really am. Like, because I'm either overly stimulantly driven, or I'm just really not. Oh, that's a big one. Oh, Nappy Coach said, man, Master Coach, why do you do this? Why do you do this to us? Overcoming the isolation. Let's stress the irony, right? Let's just address the irony in the room, right? We all here connecting, right? But we are still isolated. Isn't that the irony? because you won't even do this in the real world. You'll go out, you have your head down, you ain't speaking to nobody, you hoping ain't nobody noticing you, going on about your day, invisible, your invisible self. Child, you ain't invisible. I'm 6 feet tall. I'm damn sure ain't invisible. We're not invisible. The irony, but we can get on social media and we can roar loud, just be roaring. That's the irony for me. We increase the connectivity in spaces where we could still be a shadow. You always slaying me. But that ain't normal. It's not. So you got to overcome that. So you have to start. And this is what I tell my introverted coaches and my introverted clients. When I used to see clients one-on-one, I really don't see clients one-on-one anymore. But I used to tell them, like, I get it. Your anxiety, it's hard for you to be in public places around lots of people because you haven't learned how to have an emotional grip on yourself, the vulnerability. You haven't figured out that your vulnerability is really a strength. Okay, that's number one, right? So I just used to recommend that they join communities. Go join, like, look up Eventbrite. Go to Eventbrite. See these little meetups and things that are happening, right? And start attending them. Go to Meetup. What was it? Meetup.com? Meetup.com. I'm saying it in my brain, but it's not connecting because maybe it wasn't Meetup. It sounds like is Meetup.com. Is that a dating site? If it's a dating site, that ain't it. Okay, let's just stick with Eventbrite, right? Because remember, I'm working off of less than 2 hours of sleep. Okay, Eventbrite. Let's just stick there and go find these little events. These small events that's happening in your city. Okay, those of you who live in isolation, right? You go to work and everything, but that don't mean that you're social. This is the lie that you tell yourself. But I go to work, I go to the gym. Yeah, but you're not what? Building relationships. You're not connecting. You're not connecting. You only do it when you're a shadow, like on social media. Like you roar, you're in people's chats and you're putting your comments and you're sharing your opinion. But if you was in a public room, you would never do it. It's like you got a frog in your throat, right? That's the irony about this. Because I'm talking to adults, high level, intelligent, driven, goal-oriented, educated adults. And we've lied to ourselves for so long that because this is happening, it's enough, but you still feel lonely. You still feel like you don't have community. You still, like, I talk to people every day about this. Every day. High level people. Your work is not it. You don't even like your job. So you can't use that one. It's what you do after that. What else do you do? Where do you connect with? Who you do community with? So I work with so many introverted people that I've just started building community for us. I'm helping my coaches just I create the scenery and I be like, you got to show up now. So you got to find these places online or offline and practice, right? And when you get into these spaces, hey, Coach Matt, when you get into these spaces, you got to learn how to share your personal interests and you got to foster meaningful connections. Even here, you see how I'm making y'all talk to me? Like the chat is lit. I love it. It's not you sneaking in a room and you're just staring at the people talking and you won't even say, hello, my name is Matt. Nice to meet everybody. You won't even say, hello, I'm tuning in from Dallas, Texas. You just sitting like this, right? Locked up. Overcoming the isolation. We have to do that as leaders. We have to learn how to take a deep dive into irony. And just because you go to work and you do community there, that's not the community. It's beyond that. Where are you connecting beyond that? I want to know. Dry watching. Yeah, stop dry watching. It's peekabooing. Stop peekabooing me, right? So what else do you do outside of work? Put it in the chat. What else do you do? I don't know. I know people who have joined bowling leagues, pool, shooting pool leagues, swimming leagues, crafting leagues, volunteering. What else do you do besides go to work? And you thinking that's it? It's work and home, work and home. It ain't enough. Socialize with my friends and family. Where do y'all go, Takesha? Starting attending sound bowling healings this year. Sound bowling. Oh my gosh. I have a sound bowl. I need to learn how to use it. Hang with the coaches. Exactly. Right. You gotta, what else? I gotta find another dance class. Oh, that is so great. I want to do that too. I want me and my husband, babe, you on here, you still listening? I want us to find a dance class. Because we think we can dance, y'all. And he can dance. I can't dance. But I would love for us to do dancing together. Concerts, out to eat. Yeah. Traveling, things like that. Traveling is really, really, really good for people. Shopping, yes. Shopping. Are you going shopping by yourself? And when you're out shopping, are you connecting with other people? Because that could be some irony too. Traveling. Okay, good. What about y'all over here? Y'all don't know. These are high level people over here, y'all. No, I talk to everyone. You know what? I was on your live yesterday, Takesha, and I can see it. I can see you talking to everybody. So yeah, so the overcoming the isolation it's not that bad. I talk too much when I'm out shopping by myself. No, that's so good. When our coaches and bless Shamika Hart, because she was in our last certification class, and we take them out into the public and we make them talk to complete strangers. So we have them to come up with powerful questions to ask, because I know I'm dealing with introverted people, and we facilitate that. The coaches, they facilitate that. And so this last class, they came to me and they said, Master Coach, we're going to take them to Walmart. What? I feel some type of way about Walmart, y'all. I was like, you going to take them to Walmart? It is so many different spirits in Walmart. Just so many different people, so many different energies. You're going to take them to Walmart to ask these powerful questions? They was like, yeah. And they had a great experience. Look, everybody's laughing. That was so scary, but rewarding. I'm telling you, because remember, we're talking about you don't read these comments over here. I do. Sit and let it marinate. Self-love. I mean, you want me to read the hashtags? Hashtag self-love 2024. Hashtag self-love matters. My bad. Spirits at Target too. No, don't talk about Target. Target. Don't talk about Target. I love Target. So anyway, I'm gonna have to read everything over here, y'all. My bad. Unalive. Okay. See, I didn't even see that. So they're populating. It's a delay. That's what it is. Choose to be the best you. Okay. No, when they were put up. I know that's my husband, y'all. He's the only person to give me a hard time. Okay. So the bougie spirits in Target. Okay, they said the bougie spirits, or because I'll be in there. I'm the Target person. I'm the bougie spirit. So anyway, we have to learn. You have to learn how to really just integrate yourself, y'all. Like, I want you to be so into it. I want you to be so into overcoming isolation the best way that you can. And it's going to start with just take baby steps. Just take baby steps, small communities. Target will take all your money, right? Because it's so appealing. Psychologically, how the story is laid out is so appealing. Oh my gosh. I don't need to go in Target by myself. I don't. That part. Look, he said that part. Okay, so put number one. So what was the first strategy? We're going to keep writing it over and over and over because why? Routine. Routine helps to change what? Poor habits. Poor habits helps us what? To elevate. You wanted the bull, you get the horns with the bull. I love it. Okay. Oh my gosh, look, Coach Matt just comes in here swinging. He don't even know what we're talking about. He's just like, I'm going to put something. I'm writing something down. Okay, yeah. Embracing vulnerability. What's number two? What's number two? What's the second strategy? Put it in the chat. Y'all doing good. Who going to win this pen? Somebody going to win my pen today. Have courage to be disliked. I love it. Because I don't be hearing. Yes, tug of war. Remember, we gotta use that word because we have to program the mind. Because the mind want us to stay in perfection and it doesn't exist. So we gotta let the mind know, no, we at war. We at war. So we gotta communicate with the heart. Because the heart has all, I don't care what people say. People talk against the heart because they know it's the foundation. Because if everybody operated from the heart, there will be no hunger. There will be no war. There will be no suffering. You feel me? So people speak against the heart. That's the reason why everybody talks about the mindset. Mindset. And yes, I talk about the mindset, but only 25% of the time. Because if I can help you cultivate your heart, the mind will follow. Y'all feel me? The mind will follow. So we gotta tell the mind, listen, because your heart been trying to tell the mind this for centuries. Okay, not for centuries, but for decades. Listen, we're at war. We can't stay this way. We can't keep letting the ego lead because nothing is getting better. And when it does get better, it's very minute. It's very minute change. And when we do experience the little change that we experience, when we hit rock bottom, it's like we have to start all the way over. Why do I have to go? Why do I have to have a whole eviction? Why do I have to have a whole repo? Why do I have to keep cleaning up my credit? Why do I have to keep starting over? Why do I have to be in a relationship for 5 years and then got to get a whole nother boo all over again? It's the mind. It's the mind. They're not working with each other. It ain't working. So what I teach, I'm gonna teach you how to manipulate it so you can win. So thank you for saying the tug of war, because y'all kept saying, oh, hope and despair. No, it's the tug of war between hope and despair. Number 3, put it in the chat. What was number 3? Because we're almost done. Put it in the chat. What's number 3? What we're overcoming. Overcoming what? What we're overcoming. Isolation. Very good. Very good. Y'all listening. I love it. Y'all listening over here too? I'm here. Let me pin this one right here. That's my favorite little hand. Y'all see that? I think I had a goal. Y'all see that goal that I have up there? I applied to be a part of what do you call it? I'm joining a agency. I applied for an agency. That's what it is. I applied for an agency. So y'all see that? 7. Can I get 7 people to send me one of those? And I'll reach my goal for today. Baby, TikTok keep you on your feet. They keep you on your toes. So anyway, let's get back into it. Those are it. So let's talk about number 5. Y'all gonna be mad at me. Oh, wait a minute. Man, Coach Matt dropping them. Boom, boom, boom. Them love bombs. Thank you. Let's talk about it because I'm fixing to mess y'all up. Y'all ready? Put a 1 in the chat if you're ready. This is a good one. I took some time to even craft this one out. Transforming envy into inspiration. Transforming envy into inspiration. Ooh, come on now. How do we transform envy into inspiration? Yes. Woo! I met one more 80%. Wait, I got my little. I've been watching too much TikTok. I even got my own little hoopla tools. Look, I met my goal. Y'all, this is from 2022, and I'm not a hoarder. I'm not, but I just can't let that go. I love it. Y'all, transforming envy into inspiration. I'm gonna help y'all. I'm gonna help y'all people who just your life, your money, everything you do is social media. And social media has manipulated us. It has manipulated us in numbers. It has manipulated us in aesthetics. It has manipulated us just across the board. And we have developed this narcissism about what we feel success is. And it's changing us. It's changing us to we're doing the weirdest shit, y'all, to be seen and to be relevant. To be seen and to be relevant. Almost like the superstars, you know, how the album is about to drop and then something like a controversy comes out and then 2 days later an album drop or a movie drop. We have become like that's so narcissistic to me. That's so narcissistic to me. It's not authentic. So we have become that. The numbers, you ain't shit. You only got 1,000 followers. I got 25,000, 50,000. I got 1,000,000. But what you didn't say is that you bought half of them, or you was in the grow lives for the other half. Because I know, baby, I'm on that side of TikTok now, so I see it. I had a dude to come into my inbox. I was on a grow live. He came into my inbox and he said, "Hey, LaKendra, he nice dude. Come into my grow live." So I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna support him, right? But I'm the only person in there. And he says, "I just been seeing you showing up." He said, "I come to your page every day. I feel like you're a good person. I normally charge people for this." He didn't ask me for a dime. He said, "I normally charge people for this, but I want to give you 20,000 followers." This is what he told me. He said, "All you got to do is say yes." we in the chat. I'm in his room, me and him. He said, "All you got to do is say yes." And I said, "No." I said, "I'm a chicken." I said, no, we going to be in jail. This is what I told him. We going to be in TikTok jail, real jail, underneath the jail. No. And he said, "Let me just show you." He said, "Go to your page." I went to my page and I had 25,000 new followers. And I literally, my palms got sweaty. I got nervous. I said, "You change that back right now." Like I'm scolding him. "You change that back right now." And he's talking to me. And I recorded it just in case I go to TT jail and I gotta plead my case. So I screen recorded it. I screen recorded it. I let all the coaches see because this stuff really be happening to me, right? Because I believe spirit allowed me to go through it. So because I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, right? And so I said, "But you call me a square." Yeah, babe, you really are a square. You're not a square anymore, but when I first met you, you really now you know you got to watch what you say to me on here because you know I'm gonna tell the truth. You really were a square when I met you. That's why I married you, because I didn't need nobody like me. You was perfect for me. So anyway, wow, this is okay. So listen, I said, "Change it back right now," and he said, "You deserve this." This is the man talking to me. He said, "Sister, you deserve this. I love your page. I just want to help you." I said, "No, I got a goal." I said, my goal is to have my 10K followers by my birthday. I'm doing good. I'm doing well. Take it down. Take it down. And he said, "Okay." He said, "Fine." Because he's talking to me. I'm typing to him, but he's talking to me. He says, "Fine." He takes it back down. I go back and see my regular followers. He said, how about I make one of your videos go viral? Go look. I went and looked and my video was viral. He said, if you give it 24 hours, you'll have people really commenting on there. I said, you go, how are you doing this? I said, how are you doing this? I thought TT was a little bit more stricter. I know that you can do it on them other platforms, but not over here too. Okay. Y'all following me? Y'all see where I'm getting? Y'all see where I'm getting at? Y'all see where I'm getting at? I didn't know. Oh, baby. Oh, yes. It can be done with a push of a button. These foreigners in these other places, baby, they are super smart, super highly intelligent. I don't want no parts of it. It's a whole dark side. Yeah, I don't want no parts of it. I said change it back, and he didn't change back the viral one. He said, oh, it's okay. I didn't make it go that viral. I haven't been able to find him. I still have the recording on my phone, but I haven't been able to find him since, y'all. That really happened. So when I'm talking about transforming envy, not to narcissism, not to hate, not to judgment, I'm gonna give you a strategy of how to transform it into inspiration, because nothing is what it appears to be. Nothing is what it appears to be. Even the goodest people like me, I need to still have some type of fluff, something, because we've been so brainwashed that we got to create it. We got to create the fluff a little bit just so you can even come and look, right? And then when you get over here, you like, whoa, this is real, right? Yeah, this is real over here. This is real over here. So because of that, I've been working, and I've been having all of my core team coaches working on getting their numbers up. I'm like, hey, I need for everybody to have 1,000 so we can go live with each other. And baby, they working on it. Like, boom, like we're doing it, because we got to have, that's leverage. Like, we got to create that leverage, because why? We're turning envy, all these other people's accounts we go to, and they got 30,000 and 50,000 and 60,000 or whatever. And instead of us sitting and moping around like, ooh, they got all the people, we just turning it into inspiration, transforming it to, transformation of envy, because you can do it. It's one of the most common and often shamed emotions we would never speak about. We feel shame when we see something that we want that somebody else have. And it's like, I'm working just as hard. Why don't I have that? When is my time going to come? Indeed. When is my time going to come? The alchemy. You better talk about it. Smoke and mirrors. And we start to judge ourselves through envy. But I'm just going to flip the script on y'all, because it can be done. It can be done, right? I teach it all the time, all day, every day. So what you do is you create this motivating force inside of you, right? This motivating force of self-improvement and empathy. Empathy, those are the words. Create this motivating force where you create a self-improvement drive in you, right? Like I said, I'm gonna have 10K. I'm telling y'all, two hours of sleep, because I'm down the rabbit hole with this stuff. 2 hours of sleep, I've grown about 3,000 followers, because I've been consistently like, I gotta create this fluff over here, because this is what society has pushed me to doing. But when I get people here, I get to train them and I get to teach them the right way. You feel me? That's what we got to do. As heart center people, do what you got to do. But then you got to be responsible for when you do get the opportunity. It's our responsibility. We can't stay. We can't stay on the dark side. It's two sides, dark and light. It ain't no middle side. It's just this side, and then it's this side. And sometimes, just like the devil show up with sheep and wolf in sheep clothing, sometimes we got to use a little bit tactics, but when we get in the door, we gotta get back right. We got to get back right. So you got to take That massive word, it has to be just this massive force. Like, oh my gosh, I want that. But I don't know. Tell me something that you want that you don't got yet. Put it in the chat. What is something that you want that you don't have yet? Whether it's a house, let's go, Lioness. I know who that is. Wait a minute. I don't know. This could still be my husband, or it could be my mentor over here. So I don't know which one it is, because hubby he be trying to fool me sometimes. What is it? A house. Okay, what is it? Tell me something that you want so bad. You see other people with it, and the envy uncreeped up on you. X7, my own facility. Yes, 7 figures. Is that what it is? Is that what X7 is? Your own facility. Put it down, because you have to what? You gotta visualize it. We talked about that yesterday. You gotta visualize it. You gotta see it. And what you're going to do is, instead of envying, right? Envying what somebody else have, we're going to turn it into inspiration. Oh, BMW X7, because I don't know nothing about cars. Y'all know I don't drive. So I don't know anything about cars. Okay. So all you got to do is you got to go deep. You got to go deep into self-improvement. You want it bad enough. Because one thing I will say is, somebody else got that BMW X7, but they probably leasing it. It's probably a lease. It's probably a rental. You saw them get out of it, and they probably went to one of those foreign places and rented that mug for the weekend. You don't know, because people don't be living in authenticity. They don't. You see the house in the videos, but you don't know it's an Airbnb. Come on now. Y'all don't stop it. All the comments are mine. You feel me? So you have to take control. You gotta come out of envy, right? I just want happiness and peace. Oh, you can get that on your own. Takesha's our new heart member in our community. Oh, Takesha, girl, I can put you on a 90-day growth plan, and honey, you'll be feeling good about yourself. This is within 90 days. We're going to start with this challenge, though. And the next one I'm going to do, because I'm going to do another one. So you're going to transform envy into inspiration by what? Massively putting yourself into self-improvement and empathy. Having empathy instead of having judgment and jealousy. You remember, like yesterday, I had told you about my housekeeper, and then I had to run it back because I don't know who I'm talking. Because this is not, all of y'all are not in my community. And then sometimes that jealousy will rise up, and so I had to will it in a little bit. Because this is why. Because I was like, oh, I ain't talked this yet. So the people who've been coming on every day, I need for them to understand that it's not that, oh my gosh, she thinks she all that because she has that in her life. It's no. I saw that in somebody else, and I said, I need that in my life. And I literally changed the trajectory of my finances so I could afford it. But let me give you a practical strategy. Practical. All of you who wrote it down, if you remember, I told y'all need to start walking around with something to write with. If you would just, they say vision boards are good, but you can also just write it like 100 times when you having a break. You can just say, let me see, what was the name of that car? Oh, I can't wait to be driving my BMW X7. Ooh, she is so gorgeous. Just look at the seats. Just listen to the sound system. Baby, check out my wheels. If you would just start writing about it, watch how fast you will start to disrupt the mindset. Because the heart wants everything you want. But the mindset wants you to be what? I don't know. That mindset just be want us to be. It want us to be, connected to what we want, but then it also want us to be connected to what's easy. And what's easy is normally suffering, choosing to just be unhappy. Y'all know that? Okay, my messages. Okay, great. So that's how we do it. That's the strategy. You don't have to always create a vision board. Everybody talk about the aspiration of the vision board. Well, I don't got time to be sitting down cutting and looking through a magazine, but I can write all day. I can literally say, "Oh, look how beautiful my house look." Oh, I gotta walk up these stairs again today. My knees hurt, but I love my knees hurting. This is giving me exercise. I love my house. Oh, look at this all white room I got right here. Baby, you literally just manipulate the mind. That's all you gotta do. Love you, sis. Good morning. Hey, Molly. How are you? I love the whole karaoke thing. I love the whole karaoke thing yesterday. That was pretty genius. Like I had never seen that before. This is such a great idea. Write the vision and make it plain. That's it. Right? So listen, y'all. The stuff that I teach is really black and white. It really is really simple because I just can't take complexity. If it's too complex, I'm not doing it. Because life is simple. God said, "Let there be light." He didn't say, "Man, I had to create this 50 million level ladder, and I had to climb it for days and days and days until I got to the top of the earth, and then I had to find some clay and I had to mold this this sun and this moon, and then I had to. It kept being up there, but it kept falling down. So I had to climb back down to get it and take it back up there again. That ain't, baby. That's how we live life. But God said, "Let there be light," and then there was light. So why do we got to do all of the things? I choose easy world where everything is easy. That's one of my favorite quotes. It's hanging on my wall when I wake up in the morning. Because if I can't live in easy world, I don't want to live anywhere else. God is good to you, sis. Amen. Thank you, Ali. I appreciate that. So y'all see how simple I made that for you? Stop. You don't gotta build a 50 million thousand lane nothing. You just gotta visualize it in your mind. Believe that is real. Write it down. Speak it out. You ain't gotta write it down. You can just speak it out. Oh, I see myself traveling around the world. Oh my God, it's good. Isn't it good to be in Nairobi? This is what I said to myself last year. It's so good to be in Nairobi now. And then boom, I was in Nairobi in July. Boom. Now I have a whole class. I have a whole life coaching class of women coming through from Nairobi. Boom. I'll be back there in July to graduate them. Is it that simple, Lakendra? You're pretty, sis. Thank you. Is it that simple, Lakendra? Yeah. Well, but it's practice. Believe in yourself. Exactly. When you practice, it's a constant, it's a massive practice. Like it's a game. You got to play the game. It's a level. There's never mastery. You think you master it and level 2 come out, number 3 come out, number 4 come out. It's a never ending game until our expiration day, and then we spiritually just get to chill out. I just feel that's what's gonna be happening. I'm gonna be straight chilling. We get to chill out. So that's it, y'all. Transforming the envy into aspiration, right? Instead of looking and like, oh, I want that, I want to be them. No, you do not, because you don't know the truth. You don't know the truth because everybody live from here, and this is some foolery up here. So what you got to do is you got to check back into yourself, and you have to say, you know what? If they got that, let me see what I want. Let me close my eyes and let me see what I want. What I want. And then you make it happen. You feel me? Put a one in the chat if you feel me. We almost done, y'all. We almost done. Right? The last thing, you got to pursue authenticity. I ain't got to talk long on this one. You have to pursue authenticity in a performance world. In a performance world. Authenticity. What is a performance world? What is that, Lakendra? Well, it's a world that's constantly happening and growing. Constantly. Constantly, it wants something from you. Every time changes, life happens, and it wants something from you. It wants you. It wants you to be better. It wants you to be bigger. It wants you to be bolder. Every time. That's part of it. Then there's a part that wants you to be broken. It wants you to be dependent. It wants you to be fearful. Remember, I said it's only two worlds of our life, good and bad. You just gotta you gotta choose which world you want to live in. Which world do you want to live in? Good or bad? There's no other world. Good, bad. Good don't mean that there's no struggle. It doesn't mean that there's no fear. It doesn't mean that you're absent from this over here. What it means when you choose it is there's always what? There's always other options. There's always growth. That's why it's pursuit of authenticity in a performance world. There's always change. And with change comes what? Renewedness. Like we get to renew our spirit. We get to be vibrant. We get to sit back and reflect. We get to say, I lost my house last year, but this year I'm going to reclaim it back. Oh, I was in a bad relationship 3 years ago, but I'm a new person now. So I know the warning signs to look out for now that I'll never go back to that type of relationship. Right? The world is always going to perform. We're always going to be in this world. And that's why your authenticity, what's up, John? That's why your authenticity is so important. Right? Because there's going to be challenges for you to remain your true self, your true and authentic self. I'm letting you know now so you can understand. Life is happening right now. It's good. You making money, you making connections. All the great things are happening, but something is coming. I'm letting you know now. Something is coming. Something is coming that is going to challenge you to see just how much you've grown. And it's going to make you choose good world versus bad world. Stay in good world. Stay over here. It's coming. It's coming. No, we're not excused from it. That's good people. You're not excused from suffering. You're not. So we have to learn how to remain true to ourselves in a world that is this. Our world rewards stupidity. Our world rewards suffering, right? And because it rewards it, our brain only knows what it sees and reads. And the stimuli around us is, unless you go move to some type of island in the middle of the ocean and take nobody with you, you may have 40% of a chance. 40%. That's not even a lot. Because of nature, you got to still deal with nature. So you might as well just get it together here and ground yourself in positive community. We're going to go back to it. In a pursuit of authenticity in a world that is constantly performing, you have to remain in great community. Where is your community? Who are you allowing to feed your soul? Who are you allowing to feed this, to feed this and this. Who are you allowing? Oh, there's my doctor friend. I talked about her earlier. She didn't even know that I talked about her earlier. Hey, Miranda. So that's it, y'all. I mean, we had 6 steps. Okay. I'm going to go back and say step 5 because I had 7, but I didn't want to talk about, I didn't want to talk about the 6th one. So I took 6 and made it 7, made 7 6. So after transforming envy into inspiration in the pursuit of authenticity in a performing world, the first person, name them. What are the 6 strategies we learned today that's going to help us stay in a positive mindset? Go. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. While y'all are like typing, okay, so my people who won like the pins on yesterday. So I make these pins, y'all, and so I'm a blingy person, and I make these pins, fancy pins. So Trinika, you're on here. Which purple? I think you said you like purple. This is what I'm gonna be doing until I go to sleep. Takesha, I'm sorry. Takesha, which purple? 1. You like this one? 1. Y'all write it out. Come on. Write the steps out. Write our strategies out. 2. You like 2? The sugar pen. You like 2? You like the light purple? Light purple? Or do you like the bling purple? So 1, this one has glitter. It has glitter in it. 1, 2, the sugar pen, the regular pen is 3, and then the bling pen is 4. Which one do you want? And I'll design it. I walked away. 4? Okay, 4. Okay, good. All right, Stephanie, Coach Stephanie. You wanted gold, but I know you like my pen, but this is kind of like a brown. This is like a brown gold, so I'm gonna let you pick your own. So this is like a light gold, Coach Stephanie. Oh, Takesha, this is do you see this purple? It's kind of like, it's a sparkly purple, and it's kind of like two-tone. You still like this one? Okay, Stephanie, we have this light. Okay, still 4. Okay, we have this. I love bling too. We have this light gold here, and we have this. It's kind of like this. It's kind of like a darkish goldish brown. Kind of like my pen, but it's a little bit more fancier. That's 2. So this is 1. This is 2. And then we have this gold. It's a like a metallic, kind of like a sugar pen. Metallic gold. And then we have this gold with the bling. That's 4. So which one? Plain gold, kind of like that brownish gold with the kind of like a cow print, something like that. Metallic gold, or this bling gold. Oh, I like 3. This one. Okay, good. All right. So hey, so who won? Who won the pen for today? Who won this pen? Let me go see who's in the comments. Okay. I want to say Shamika. I think Coach Shamika won because she's been writing them all in here. Let me see if anybody over here. My folks over here. Anybody over here? Shamika, I think you won. Let's see. Shamika, write the last one. I see it all. Write the last one, Shamika, and then you will be the winner for today. What was the last one? Shamika, what was the last one? And you're going to win the Have the Courage. They said it's rigged. They said it's rigged over here. Have the courage to be disliked. Have the courage to be disliked. And it's going to be fancy though. So it's going to be combined with the fancy stuff. Trent. Oh, okay. She said she going to use the word jealousy. It's the same thing, honey. I'm going to take it. What color? First of all, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite color? Go, Shamika. Congratulations. I have them written down, but I won already. Look, don't count yourself out. Don't count yourself out, girl. You can be a winner every day. You hear me? I got them all. You can be a winner every day. Okay, Shamika, so you like purple too. So pick the purple pen that you like, and that way I already have them. You like this purple one, the sugar pen, right? You like the light color purple, the dark color purple. It has a little sparkle in it. This is a I can't think of the word that they use, but it's like a two-tone and it's sparkly. And then you missed my question. Is it still on the screen? The opposite of good. I didn't see a question. Oh, the opposite of good should be good, right? Yes. Yes, that's good. Let me get this one. The opposite of good should be good, Master Coach, right? Like love. Yes. Yes. That's it. Either you're gonna be good or good, or you're gonna be bad or bad. Okay, which one? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one you pick? Salon, sweet, growth. Which one? 5. Okay. So this is the one that you picked too, right? Takesha? Was it this one? Takesha picked this one too, right? That way I know. Takesha, did you pick this one? Yes. Okay, good. All right. And then okay, did I get confused? Hold on. And then Coach Stephanie, is this the one that you picked? I gotta answer more. Coach Stephanie, did you pick this one or did you pick? Okay, so my ADHD unkicked in. No. Was it this one? This one. Coach Stephanie, did you pick this one or this one? 1 or 2? Because I took it out. 1. Oh, the metallic. Okay, great. All righty, so we have our winners. 2 looks better. Okay, so you're gonna keep this one. We're keeping this one, right? Also, you said something in this live that needs to be on some merch. Okay, send it to me because you know that's your zone, girl. Send it to me. Okay, I got y'all. So I have all of my things here, and I'm gonna be making your pins. And when I'm done, I'll put it in my stories. Okay, I'll put it in my stories. So y'all, thank you over here. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, YouTube, LinkedIn. Thank you, TT, for tuning in to day 3. Tomorrow, y'all know we're on early because tomorrow is the Mavericks day. Y'all know I'm a big Mavericks fan. Me and husband, we're season ticket holders and we go to every game. So tomorrow we'll be on early. Let me see when we'll be on. Tomorrow, I need for y'all to lock in because we're going to be on early. We're going to be on at, let me see. We're going to be on Thursday at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Okay? So tomorrow, we're going to be on at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Drill it in your head, 2 p.m. because we have a game. We have an early game. So we'll be on at 2 p.m. Just because the game don't mean I ain't coming. You see? Responsibility. We got to be responsible. So 2 p.m. we'll be on, and we'll have, and it'll be light. It'll be light tomorrow because I need to be in spirit. That's why I'm gonna go to sleep tonight. I need to be festive, and we're having guests tomorrow. So Coach Matt is coming to the game. Yay! Coach Matt, when I get off this, I'm gonna send you the tickets too. So we have invited Coach Matt and Ursula. Those of you who know Ursula, they'll be attending the game with us. We're going to have a great time. So thank y'all for tuning in to day 3. It's been rewarding. I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. I do this because if I can impact, love you, Queen. I learned a lot today. Love you too. All the way from the Philippines. We need to talk. Me and you need to talk too. We need to talk about the tour. What I want y'all to take away is just the gap. See where you are right now. Where are you right now? Be honest about that. Stop living in la la land, right? Get out of la la land. Come into vulnerability. Remember, we talked about vulnerability first. Come into your essence of where you truly want to be. See yourself there. See yourself, right? This is where I really am, but this is where I want to be. It could be a long road. It's okay, right? And then all this space that's in between is the hard work. I didn't say it's going to be easy. It's the hard work. And then you have to say, what are the changes that I need to make? Who are the people that I need in my life to help me make it, so I can stay responsible and stay in consistency, right? Let me pull it up so y'all can see. This is where I am, but I still live with so much fear, and I live with so much uncertainty, and I live with all the trauma of all the shit that, my mama used to tell me and my daddy used to tell me, or the absence of them. I still hold on to that as an adult, or I still live in all of this negativity of, what the world say I should be and who I should be. And I want to be that. I want to be this right here. And you identify all of the gap, and then that's where you show up as responsible as you possibly can. I want to be a better parent. I gotta stop having lack of effort to grow a relationship with my kids or my estranged, mother, siblings, or whatever it is. Whatever it is keeping you from showing up as your best, outstanding self. Not your perfect self, because your perfect self do not exist. It will never exist. That's why we got to continue to give ourselves empathy and patience and compassion. Empathy, patience, and compassion. The more you continue to give yourselves that, literally, just like Shamika. Shamika's getting this right here. I'm gonna make her the baddest pen. I can't wait to design this pen. This you will begin to show up and have the courage to be this light. It won't matter no more. You be like, F it. Like I be saying the real. I'm grown, but I be saying the real word. I be like, F this all day long. Y'all feeling me? The more and more you close the gap, right? It look like this. It may take some time. It may take a year. It may take 2 years. It may take 3 years. It may take 2 months. It may take 6 months. But you can literally close the gap. When the gap is closed, then the game becomes easier to play, because it's a game. It becomes easier to play when you close that gap up. I didn't say the game is easy. It becomes easier to play. Y'all feeling me? So come back tomorrow. Let's get it. Let's dive deeper. We only got 2 more days for the challenge. 2 more days. And then I'm trying to tell y'all, everybody that's on this live, I need for y'all to create a challenge because we need to be diving into these challenges with each other because this is the love and the heart community that we're creating so we can have massive growth. Everybody need to create a challenge, whether it's 1 day or 7 days. It doesn't matter. I need for everybody to take responsibility because you're all too freaking amazing and talented and brilliant and you're magic. You're magical. So you can do this. If I can do it, you can do it. Y'all feeling me? Easier to play. Yes, let's win. Let's close the gap. I'm still thinking. Yeah, but you got it, Takesha. So I'll see y'all. I'm just gonna make these pins, okay? I'm ready to make these pins. I'm gonna post them in my story so they can see. And Shamika, email me your address because Coach Sting will be shipping these on Monday. No, she's off on Monday. She'll be shipping these on Tuesday. So we'll be shipping them to Stephanie. Well, we got 2 more people. So whoever's going to win one tomorrow and Friday, and we'll be shipping them on Tuesday so y'all can get y'all's pins. Okay. So thank you for helping me to reach my challenge and sending y'all love and light. Bye, y'all. I mean, I'm saying bye, but you know how it be over there. Like you be pressing power. Okay, and now. Bye, y'all. Bye, babe.